Hello, I'm Dawn.
I'm Matt.
And we are with 7 is Enough, and today we're going to show you another one of Matt's collections.
We're going to look at my my helmet collection that I've acquired over the years.
You didn't even wipe them off.
I wiped some of them off. They've been on
Look.
display and some of them are very, very dusty.
They've been up above, like in a really high spot.
Yeah, in our bedroom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I grew up as a military history geek. My dad loved history, and my dad was also a bit of a collector at heart. So over the years, both my dad and I ended up collecting various helmets. And the reason why we did helmets is because uniforms are not practical; they're hard to display. So we would just tend to buy a lot of helmets. And over the years, I've acquired.
I wanted to collect teapots, but I collected salt and pepper shakers because they were smaller.
Yeah. Okay, so I have various helmets. Some of them are real, vintage, original helmets, and some are reproductions. It just depends. But so the first one I want to talk about is this one.
Is that the first one you got?
Yeah, this is a medieval style helmet that I got when I was 12. I was walking down the street with my cousin, and outside one of my neighbor's homes they had a bunch of trash they were throwing out, and that helmet was out by the curb to be thrown away. And we picked it up and played with it, and I've had it the whole time. It's really neat. I love it. I think originally, yeah, it's made of real leather, and I think originally it had a nose piece.
Put it on.
But no, I don't want to put it on.
Is it too small?
Here, you put it on. But anyway, I've had that. That's probably the oldest helmet I have.
So the thing went like this?
Yeah. Probably.
What's the one? Was that Robin Hood, the movie where he hits him and...
Yeah, you know
Is
what?
it?
I think you're right.
With Kevin Costner?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if this was used on in a play, a stage, or possibly an old movie prop. I have no idea, but it's pretty neat. And then the next helmet I acquired, I was about 13. And my dad and I acquired this German World War II fireman's helmet. And it actually has a piece that goes up here that my dad took off. It's a little crest. And I still have it, it's not on the helmet. My dad repainted it. But it has the original leather lining.
Where'd he get that?
I don't know.
He was a major collector.
I know when I was 14 or so, a guy came to the house and really wanted to buy it and offered me like $50 for it. And I said no, which was big. When I was 14, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I said no and held on to it. So I've had that one for years. I played with that as a child. Probably not advisable.
Yeah.
But I did. Oh, I have so many.
Okay, let's try to go by. Here, let's just go by the outside in.
Okay, so this is a World War I German helmet.
What are these things for?
Because they would put on armored plates on the front in the trenches to hopefully guard against snipers.
Okay.
And so the armored plates would hook to these little Frankenstein knobs. But that's World War I. This one does not have a liner.
Yeah, that's
It's just
probably-
got my dad put just a little, I think a modern helmet liner in it. But yeah, no liner, but it is original World War I German helmet. And since we're talking about World War I, this one, this is an original Doughboy American World War I helmet, which actually has the liner. It's actually
Original dust and all.
yeah, which is actually in very good condition. So that one's neat.
He did not wipe them down. That is neat. The
Isn't it neat?
inside of it. Yeah, that
Yeah.
weird inside.
I actually have the Doughboy campaign World War I hat, which I think is up in the attic. So I do not have that down here. But yeah, that's a neat one. I'll just set that down. Point to something.
Let's go outside in. That one.
This one my dad picked up when I was younger. It is a Spanish World War II or post-World War II also, I think, helmets. And they, I think, use the old German equipment. So they look just like German army helmets. But there's a few differences. They have this piece in here, you probably can't see it, but it's a little metal band here that the original German helmets did not have. But and the linings are different. But they make good display pieces because they look a lot like a German World War II helmet. So
Yeah.
I actually have a couple of those. This is one, and this is another Spanish World War II style helmet that my dad painted as an Africa Corps.
Were they German How? I mean, were they like that? What is?
That is the German Africa Corps sticker.
Okay.
He painted it to look like an Africa Corps
Okay.
helmet. But they're actually, the
Because
Spanish
he knew
were...
it was German. So.
Well, yeah, the Spanish were fascist during World War II also.
Okay.
So they were allies to the German, but they didn't join in World War II.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so that's those. I'm just letting her pick out different
Let's get
hats.
these World War II stuff
This is,
out of the way.
Yeah, this is neat. This is just a World War II German officers hat.
That reminds
an
me of
SS.
Hogan's Heroes.
Does it?
Yeah. I know nothing. I see nothing.
This is pure reproduction.
Clink.
I could not afford
What's his name?
an actual hat like this. That would be expensive.
What's this one?
That is a reproduction World War I German helmet. The spiked German helmet. They actually wore these first and then went to the much better, more practical helmet after
Duh.
this. But they started the war with the spikes. Again, just reproduction, not real. I wouldn't be able to afford an actual one. They're quite fragile. They're made of leather, and the real ones are very expensive.
Okay, so next.
Yeah, this one I love. This one is a World War II paratrooper helmet, 101st actually. And this on here, just so you know, this is a first aid kit or first aid bandage. They would attach it to their helmets. And yeah, there's the leather strap that would go around their chin. This isn't. What's that?
You're missing a helmet.
This is an actual World War II helmet that's been redone, so completely redone. But I like this helmet a lot.
So the helmet's original, but
The helmet's original. The liner is not original, and all the
Cool, though.
pieces on it are not.
the like pattern inside is kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Why'd you say I'm missing it? I am.
You're missing the one you got in Belgium with the hole in the hat, the hole in the top.
No, I'm not. I got it here. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went in 2007. I went with my dad on a battlefield tour of Europe, which was cool. Went to Normandy and all over. But one of the places we went to Bastogne, the Battle of the Bulge Museum. And in that museum, they sold helmets that they had dug up in the woods there that was there from the battle. And my dad purchased an American helmet that they had found in the woods there, very rusty. And had, a lot of damage to it. So he purchased this there.
Is that where the thing is nuts?
That's where it was, yes.
Okay.
That was 101st Commander. Told the German commander when he asked him to surrender, he said nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, so this came from the woods over there in Bastogne, and he bought that. So that day, I was looking at a
Well,
German
dust.
I know.
Everywhere.
So that day, I was looking at a German helmet. And it was kind of expensive. I did not purchase it. And we left the museum and drove about 40 minutes. And I was looking out the window thinking of that helmet, kind of regretting it. And Dad he said, "What are you thinking about?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." He said, "You're thinking about that helmet, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe." He said, "Well, let's turn around." So we turned around, went back to the museum, and I purchased it. And so this is it. This was found over there. It's got battle damage on it, as you can see. So yeah.
Somebody did not survive that.
No, probably not. You can actually see the dent where it entered. Yeah, I'm guessing somebody did not survive this
Yeah.
incident. But anyway, pretty neat. So I love that one. Let's talk about this one. This one is one of my favorite memories. And I may have you include a picture of my dad wearing this one. So this was back when the internet was, buying things from the internet was pretty new. And it was really neat to me. You could get online and actually find some really cool stuff that you could never just find going to the store. It was
Right.
back in the early days of I think eBay was brand new. So my dad always loved the movie Zulu and always kind of wanted a helmet like that. So I got on the internet, purchased the helmet, and made sure I got the correct badge and everything, and gave this to him for Christmas, and he loved it. And when he was so excited, when he opened the box, his eyes got big and he couldn't believe it. Took it out, put it on immediately, and that night I remember we even had to drive to my aunt's house so he could show it off. So I have a picture. Yeah, so I have a picture of him wearing this helmet on Christmas. He was so excited. So anyway, yeah, it's a British pith helmet from like the Zulu, the Colonial Wars.
Is that what you had on when you did your handlebar mustache?
This one, or that was probably the other one I have. So anyway.
Go ahead, say it.
It's a rotten bloody war, but it's the only one we got. So let's make the best of it, shall we? Here, hand me the other one.
Ah, goodness.
So he loved this, and I ended up getting him. I think he actually bought this himself afterwards. Same thing, really, just a
Different color.
Yeah, tanner color. During the Zulu War, they wore white, but a lot of the soldiers would stain these with coffee and make them tanner.
So they would be
So it wouldn't be
sand.
so bright. Yeah, a little sand. And so later the British actually just produced them like that. So they were not so white and obvious. Yeah.
You have to put it on.
Here, hang on. Let me put on a hat. Okay.
Now, which one is that?
Oh,
Is
just
that
a Civil
Union
War.
or
Union. Yeah.
Union?
You don't like it?
No, I like it. I mean, you also have the other one, don't
Yeah,
you?
you want
Yeah,
it?
you have both, Union and Confederate.
Yeah. You want to wear? All right. So, okay. So this is just a steel Greek helmet, cheap. You can get them off eBay in different places. I painted mine green to kind of look like aged bronze, just as a display piece. It's just kind of neat looking.
And so, the pith helmet is from when?
The pith helmet, for what time period?
Like medieval. I don't know.
You mean the one I was just wearing a while ago?
No, this
Oh,
one.
this is Greek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greek. What years?
This is not a pith helmet.
What? Oh, what years?
This exact style helmet, I'm not sure, but you know, Alexander the Great, 300 BC, I don't know,
Okay.
probably in that area. I'm not an expert on Greek history, but
I'm not expert on any.
Alexander the Great was
helmets.
300 BC, probably around that era.
Okay.
This one, I'm not even sure what kind of helmet this is, but it looked cool and I got it cheap. And I think it was a movie prop, I believe. Possibly a stage prop, but I think movie.
Looks Oriental.
Yeah, I don't really know, but it looked awful neat, and I got a
Is
really
that
good
for his
deal
nose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like he had a dirty head.
It's old. You can see the age. Yeah, it's kind of dirty. But isn't it neat looking? I mean, it just looks so cool and old. And
Yeah, give him a close up
Yeah.
on it.
it's a neat helmet. We're flying through them here. Oh, yeah, a Bobby
I
helmet.
love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a real one? I think.
Yeah,
it is.
it's real. I got that off of eBay, I think, maybe 15 years ago. And I used to display this in my office at work. In fact, I don't know if you remember this, but I'm a police officer, and my deputy chief used to make. He had one of the brand new guys wear this for a day just to pick on him. Anyway, that one's neat. But yeah, this is an actual Bobby helmet somebody was selling used on eBay. So,
That's funny.
yeah. Okay. This is just a medieval style helmet that I got cheap off eBay whenever. I liked it. I thought it looked really cool.
You can put that one on.
No, I don't want to put this one on. Anyway, it's neat though. The visor
Go ahead, put
comes
it
up.
on.
I'll put on a different one.
Will that one not fit?
I don't know. You just want to see me with it on.
Does it not slide up? Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
it does.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It's neat looking though. I love the back neck piece.
Be good until they sliced off your head.
Okay,
All right.
let's talk. Okay, this one. So the year after I got my dad the Zulu pith helmet, he loved it, so I had to get him something else, and so I decided to get him this Roman Legionnaire helmet, which you can get these pretty cheap. But it's neat. It's a neat display piece.
Needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, this one is, kind of showing some rust and. But anyway, but it is a neat helmet.
Go ahead, put it on.
No.
Go ahead, put it on.
This one doesn't have a liner. This one does not have a liner because it would normally sit like this.
Okay, give a mean. Put
But
your
there's
head
no
down and
liner,
give a
so
mean
it's-
look. Those two. Two more.
Okay. Just a
We're gonna do
reproduction.
the real ones before we do the fake ones.
Yeah.
Like-
This is not real. Oh
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I know. Real subject matter. Yeah.
Fiction.
This is just a reproduction, but I love it. Colonial, yeah, revolutionary.
Yankee Doodle.
Just to ride a pony. Okay, we're nearing the end.
We are.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so this one. This is cool. I actually also got this out of the trash. We had a trash day in Clay Como. I was at work actually, and one of the citizens that we knew well, threw this in the trash bin, and I said, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Don't want it." I'm like, "You can't throw that away." She's like, "Oh, go ahead, you can have it if you want." So I crawled in there, grabbed it, and what's really neat about this is it's an actual World War II era steel pot. You can tell because it has the front seam. In 1944, I think they switched to the rear seam. So this was early World War II.
What's still pot mean?
It's just what they called them.
Did they cook in them?
Yeah, they cooked in them. They put water in them and used it to shave and all kinds of stuff. So this was the steel pot part, and then this is the liner that you would put in it. As kids, we would go to the surplus store. Yeah. As kids, we would go to the surplus store, and very cheap, you could buy the liner, which would make it made a perfect World War II toy helmet. We'd run around with just the liner, play, because you could get them for a couple dollars. So, and of course, it's a lot lighter and fits a kid's head better. So anyway, this was pretty neat. I actually want to fix this one up.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
We saved the fiction for last.
All right, the Stormtrooper helmet. This one it's a kit, a vacuum form kit I bought, and just like the original Stormtrooper helmet, you have to cut it all out, put it all together, and so it's just, I love Star Wars, so it's a neat helmet.
Go ahead.
The mold they used to make this actually came from a screen used Stormtrooper New Hope helmet, so it's accurate, but it's kind of neat, isn't it? You want me to put it on?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put it on the wall. TK421, why aren't you at your post? Can you hear that at all? Yeah, so anyway, I put the kit together and put all the decals and all of it, put it together, which was a pain. You had to cut it out and rivet it all together.
So that is our hat helmet collection.
Yes.
Or Matt's hat.
Most of it. I actually have some that I didn't bring down.
Yeah, you do. You have one with a tall thing.
I have a lot of different. Here's some I didn't even bring out. It's a World War I cap,
How do you wear it?
like this. It's really small. Wow.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Yeah.
Does it go on your whole head?
Yeah, kind of.
Like that.
And Vietnam
Okay.
Viet Cong pith helmet, and a German. This is I think like an East German cheap cap. I don't know. I have others we didn't bring out, but that's enough.
What others do you have?
I don't know if I have any here. There's some I left upstairs. Oh, here's one I did not bring out. This is a Hungarian German style helmet that is very close to being just like the World War II helmets, except for the liners are different.
Was it? It was a World War I.
World War II, and these came out after World War II, but they use the same equipment, just like the Spanish, but this one's even closer to just being like a normal German helmet.
Yeah.
So a lot of the reproduction are the reenactor guys that do World War II will wear these because they look so...
Are the German helmets easier to find than the American helmets?
No, harder to find.
Is that why you have so many ones?
Because they're neat. I don't know. Because they're cool. I have American ones too, but yeah, they just are neat looking.
Funny.
What I don't have a British helmet, and I'd love to have a World War II French helmet.
French.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my geeky collection.
Yeah, he's got to put all this up. I don't.
Yeah, it's a pain. Actually, they needed dusting anyway.
That's true. You're not looking at me right.
No. Thank you.
Have a great day. We love ya.
Bye.
This one reminds me of that. What's that song? Da, 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 da. Colonel Clink.
I know nothing.
That's his name.
I see nothing.
Look,
I know nothing.
It starts with a sh.
Sergeant
There's Colonel Klink and then
Colonel Klink and
Slaughter.
Schultz.
Schultz!
Sergeant Schultz.
That's it.
I know, but he actually wore the helmet.
Yeah, that was Colonel. You look like Colonel Klink.
Schultz wore something more like
Schultz
this.
wore.
And with my big fat head, it probably look accurate like Schultz.
I know nothing. I see nothing.
I see nothing, yeah.
I hear nothing. Nothing.